The next niyama is Svadhaya. So Svadhaya is the inner wisdom and can be translated as to sit with oneself, to contemplate who we are beneath our identity, our man-made identity of social conformity, religion, tradition, everything we've in a sense been programmed ourselves to believe about ourselves. Yoga is the inviting of us to delve deeper than this. The second part of Svadhaya is the study of the scriptures. So we really couldn't say we practice yoga or we are a practitioner of yoga unless we are such things. And the questioning of who am I, or self-inquiry, is the start of the journey of yoga. In quantum physics, they call it I squared. When consciousness starts to observe consciousness, we in a sense have yoga. That is what yoga is. And more to the discussion today, it's what Svadhaya, the Niyama Svadhaya, is. Consciousness observing consciousness. And we can do that by asking a few questions. And then we start to just allow in our meditation the layers of who we're not to be peeled back. The goal is that we then can experience the deepest kosha, which is our euphoric state of the Ananda Maya kosha, the bliss body. So let's begin. Let's just observe the room around. If you're sitting in a room, observe the space around you. If you're outside like I am, observing whatever sounds you can hear. And see if you can just get a sense of what it means to know your existence, know you exist with your eyes open. Beautiful. Now close down your eyes. And start to observe now your physical body. And be aware of your body. And ask, who is aware of the body? Who or what is aware of the body? Observe your breath. And ask the question, who or what is observing the breath? Observe the sensations in the body. So notice how the analytical mind wants to categorize, wants to label, wants to think that it knows. You know, our whole world is set up on that. People thinking that they know. Yoga is a deprogramming, letting go of what we think we know until we come into the wisdom of the unknown, the curiosity of who or what is experiencing the sensations. Notice how intention and attention is needed to have any form of experience. Observe any sounds around, any cars driving past, sounds within your body. And ask who or what is observing these sounds. Appealing back to the I am state, or I am that. This is the 0 point, the Brahmanic state. Millions of names for this experience of the absolute, the state of awareness that allows sounds to be heard, that is present before the sound, during the sound, and after the sound. Ask yourself, who am I? Let the answer be felt. I am that which gives experience. I am that which experiences mind. And before the mind, during the mind, and after the mind. The awareness that was present at your birth, your life, your death. The immortal, I am that. Now, does this feeling have a shape? Does the I am have a color? Does the I am have any prejudice, belief systems, boundaries? I am has no birth and has no death, is imperishable. And the body was created from this space. The I am observes the body decaying and the birth of a new body. Does it have a location? Does it have an emotion? And slowly open your eyes. So self-inquiry can be simply to go into an experience like we just did then. In New Age healing and also in more traditional healings, the self-inquiry can be things like doing shadow work. The self-inquiry can be processing our emotions, even going to therapy or seeing a counselor, or just sitting in any form of meditation whatsoever, doing breath work. They're all entry points into consciousness, starting to observe consciousness. And this creates the mirror of self-reflection, self-inquiry. So the second part of Svadhaya is the study of the scriptures. And if you observe everything as frequency or energy, then the scriptures, the ancient books of wisdom, hold the highest frequency possible of human consciousness. So when we read them, they're usually in a small paragraph or a small sentence. The reason being, and this is called a sutra means thread. So when we read them, the reason why they're so short is because that one sentence can transform you forever. That one sentence can be read forever. And it's very rhetorical. But what happens to us on a cellular level can change every time we read it. Usually these books of wisdom don't create images in the mind, don't create narratives. So it's like we are reading from the place of I am. I know I've heard a few people say that have read The Power of Now. They had to read it a few times. The first time they read it didn't make sense because they're not reading with the intellectual mind. We're reading with the soul. It's a omnipresent understanding that isn't necessarily recorded in our intellect, but rather our intelligence of our being. It's coming home to the saying, what you're looking for is coming from the place you're looking from. So these books, these sutras, these ancient books of wisdom are read in order for us to peel back the layers and come back to the I am. For a lot of people instantaneously, and for some even permanently. Namaskar.